63rd hour of Adventurers Wanted Rebellion. Thank you. I knew the laughs for that would come back eventually. My name is Leo. And I'm going to be your Games Master this morning. You should also know that it is my birthday. They'll probably make a reference to that at some point. No, that's fine.
Is it your birthday?
I wanted to get it out of the way because they keep mentioning it. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
This is not technically a relaxed performance, but we do have
Be on your toes.
but we do have a relaxed attitude from of sound and movement from the audience for the benefit of people who would struggle to stay still or silent for an entire hour. The lights are going to stay exactly like this, but there may be some sound effects from Wilhelm at the back. And there will be some mood music as we go along as well. If you do feel like you need a break, then feel free to duck out of the door that you came in and ask one of the suite staff to be readmitted when you're ready. If you think that there's anything we can help you with, Naomi is our stage manager. She's just over your right shoulder there, so do get her attention. So what is this? What on earth are we doing? This is a tabletop role-playing game, which means that the four people on my left and right here play individual, unique characters in a fantasy setting. As the game master, I play the fantasy setting. So the weather, the waves on the sea as they look out at the strange green light across the water that I've only just now realised is a Great Gatsby reference.
Yeah.
I didn't intend for that. The antagonists, the allies that they meet along the way, and to try and keep things fair, we interact with one another using dice. The most common die that we'll be using is the D20, a 20-sided die, or an icosahedron if you're feeling nerdy. Higher numbers are better, lower numbers are worse, with a critical success being rolled on a natural 20 and a critical failure being rolled on a natural 1 on the die, usually to hilarious results. Hopefully. Yes, so, as I said, 63rd hour. So the story so far is our characters are members of a rebellion, which for the last 5 years have been enslaved by an imperial cult and made to mine a mysterious ore, which they have found out in various ways has explosive, time-altering, and powerful properties. They've used this ore to try and fight a war against the cult, and things are going pretty well, although they did accidentally completely destroy the capital city by erupting, a large amount of the ore underneath it. They have recently fought a great victory against the cult, killed the cult's supposed leader, and are now our particular party we're going to pick up with are tracking that army across the country to try and find out where the cult's HQ is so they can hit them where they live. I'll give you a bit more context when we jump in, but first let's meet our players and their characters, because I've been talking for a while. It's only been like 2 minutes. Fair enough, I'm getting good at this. 63 hours. Starting on my right, tell us your name, your character's name, your pronouns, and give us a little bit about where your head is at the moment.
Of course. My name is Reese. I play Professor Digby Drusell, and we both use he, him pronouns. I play a tabaxi. For those not in the know, that is a cat person. So imagine a large bipedal ocelot, very scruffy looking, but wears a well-kept tweed jacket with elbow patches. A cat geography teacher, if you would. And I'm a druid, which means I get most of my powers from nature and my connection with it and my understanding of it.
Cool. Catherine?
Oh, hello. My name is Catherine and I play Dottie Hearthfire, a lovely little dragonborn druid who runs just the quaintest little tavern, which has, after the rebellion, been a source for keeping all the orphans in. And there's also a postal system, and...
She's very industrious.
Listen, I've been a little busy, industrious dragon, working my fingers to the bone.
Yes.
Hello, my name's Anna DeBrookie, and I'm playing Denise Love. And she uses her pronouns, and she has short-term memory loss. Which means that's going really well for the entire group. She is a ranger, halfling, and she's kind of a bit scruffy around the edges. That's basically it.
Fantastic. And Matt.
I'm Matt, and I play Aircos. I like to think quite charming young rogue elf. Better with a book than a sword, perhaps, but rather nifty at that if he needs to be. Hopefully, we'll see.
Fantastic.
Where him or whatever comes easier.
Him. Sorry, thank you. I forgot to ask.
I did too.
There we are. Yes, so where we left off, the party had traced this army, not a very difficult job, it's a whole army, traced this army moving through the valley, the river valley that leads down from the capital city, and has come across a small town that the army seemed to have moved through called Delmouth, a port town. They went and spoke to the harbour master, who is a very tall, maybe half-elf, they didn't ask, and they're currently trying to charter a ship. To that end, they went to talk to the mayor, Egan, because the only ship left in the port, the cult presumably having taken all of the others in their route, in their escape, the only ship left in the port is Egan's private vessel. But Egan had already gone to bed, so they decided, well, we're in a tavern, we might as well have a fish pie while we're here, and went to sleep and went to bed.
I didn't.
We'll come back to that.
Feeling kind of uneasy about a conversation I had with the bartender in which he insinuated he was very deflective about the religion of the town. Am I sharing a room with anyone, or...?
So I'm going to assume, correct me if I'm wrong, that Aircos and Digby would be sharing a room, and that Denise and Dottie would be sharing a room.
Hopefully you'll
Sure.
forget what you say tonight.
I will.
As you go in,
I am very unwell.
as you go into the rooms, they are fairly sparse. They're fairly utilitarian, as I say. It looks like this tavern hasn't really functioned as an inn for some time. There are 2 single beds in each room, and the doors don't seem to have a lock on them.
Oh.
Immediately. There's also a couple of chests of drawers for people to place their stuff. And one of the rooms, I'm going to say the ladies' room, has a window looking out west towards the ocean. Yeah. Upon which the horizon, you can still see that faint sort of green glow across the water.
I see Denise trying to look out the window, and I bend down to pick her up.
No,
to give
don't
her
do
a
that.
look,
I'm fine, thank you.
and then I instantly go, oh no, oh no, and I run away.
Did I do that? Did I? Wow.
Okay, can I get a wisdom saving throw from you, please? I know we were with you, Reese.
Yep.
We'll come back to you in a second.
19. 19.
19, okay.
Maths.
Before we get Aircos, I'm slightly suspicious about something, and I want to go investigate.
Ooh, splendid.
If I'm not
Colour me
back
intrigued.
soon, say half an hour.
You're going alone? Quite? No? Good? Yes?
Do you want to come with me?
Oh! Well, I hadn't even thought of it. If you think I'd be of use.
I think you'd do marvellously.
Fabulous. Then it's a plan.
When I questioned the bartender about the temple, he seemed rather deflective. I want to go investigate that.
Okay. I thought it was just a polite move not to bring either religion or politics to the dinner table, but however you interpret it, yes.
Just to see if there's any suspicious goings on, should we inform our compatriots?
Ooh. Go on then.
So we leave and knock on the door.
Okay, there comes a knock at your door.
Hello?
Dottie is in the toilet adjacent.
Oh.
It's Professor Digby.
Oh, hi. Come on in. She's doing, I think it's odds and ends.
Oh gosh.
As in one odd and one end.
Do you need lesser restoration, or something along those lines?
Oh, anything. I shouldn't eat a fish.
I don't look in. I just hold out a hand and just like hold my hand.
Ah.
Okay, yeah, they're reaching.
And I cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay, how does your cat-based lesser restoration appear?
So, as our hands touch, a spectral kitten appears from my forearm and like climbs along your arm, up your shoulder, and just like gently nudges against your cheek. Slight lick. And then coughs up a furball, and that's a healing furball.
And the furball dissolves itself into your scales.
Horrible way to be healed.
And suddenly you're feeling much better.
Oh, okay,
Despite her apparent cat allergy.
Gotcha.
I mean, it was a spectral cat.
Yeah.
There's no actual hair. When I questioned the bartender, he seemed rather deflective about the religion of the town and the temple. I want to go investigate the temple. You can come with, but this might be slightly better for those of us who are quite stealthy.
I can stealth. I think.
I can
No, I
give it
can.
a good old college try.
Okay.
I can cast Pass Without a Trace and make us all really, really stealth. No.
I can do that as well.
Well, great.
But
So you haven't had your long rest.
I was
from
very
yesterday,
proud of
just
that, and you
remember.
took it away
I
from
still
me.
have the spell slots for it.
How
But
long a rest have we had?
You haven't yet.
Oh,
you know,
Because we left
You
off
probably
last-
need to
Of course.
reserve your magic, don't you? Because you need to use it a lot, and I don't. So.
well, okay then. Yes, you're
I
actually...
cast Pass Without a Trace.
How does your pass without trace appear?
It's more like she kind of like rummages around in her hair, and then she goes, "No, of course it's not here." And then and instantly goes to her book, opens her book, flicks through to like when she's got like, "This is a spell. Please remember this spell," and then says the incantation, and it happens.
Okay, cool. You all feel somewhat quieter. Can you roll stealth checks as you all exit the building, down the stairs?
As I... Can I turn into a fly?
Yeah,
Sweet.
It's plus 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
29.
29,
26.
24, 26.
I disappear from space
Oh my
and time.
god!
Natural 20.
Yeah.
So the fly stays high and out of the way. The tabaxi has turned itself into this small buzzing fly, but you can't even hear the buzz because it's right up on the ceiling. It doesn't come down into anybody's face. It's very stealthy. You are now a fly on the wall. That's what you wanted.
Kill yourself.
It's true.
No way to
We
treat
make
a
our
man
way
as
towards the
birthday.
temple. No, I can't communicate. Sorry.
Good, it was your plan then, wasn't it? Wait,
I can speak to animals.
Can you actually speak to animals? He's an insect, though.
it's
Insects are people too.
the animal kingdom, Leo.
All creatures are equal under the eyes of God.
Which one though? That's the question.
You know, I don't really know. I'm not very wise.
Anyway, as you leave the building, the temple is immediately next door, and it is not a long. It's just a quick dart past one alley to get to the front door of the temple, if that's what you want. As a fly, you can fly.
I fly up to the keyhole
Okay.
and zoom through if I can. If you allow me to walk through.
Absolutely. You come out into the keyhole, out the other side, and you're in a large open space. As a fly, it is difficult to take this in. What you can sense is a large open space.
Ah. I did not think this through.
Your reactions are quite fast, though, if it's any consolation.
Do I sense a wall?
Oh, there's the wall. As you fly around in figures of 8, you can start to get a sense of the space, but it's quite a large space.
I guess I'll revert.
I mean, I'm not trying to force you to do that. If you want to do this as a fly, we can. But it's going to be a high perception check, DC.
Sure. I'll have a buzz round.
You're buzzing. Oh, buddy. No, buddy, old friend.
That's +8, so 10.
You don't really get the sense of any religious iconography in here. The building is large. There are chairs. There are pews.
Shapes, cool.
Yeah.
I will, if at all possible, try and land on the ground and revert back into my tabaxi form.
Okay. You do indeed do that. You wait until you can sense that the ground is fairly low beneath you. You revert back, and you were lower than you thought you were. And you are kneeling down when you... Yeah, exactly. You skid into the floor on your shins as you revert back into your geography teacher.
Glad I wasn't in the room to see that.
Well, what do my cat eyes see?
Okay, now you can get an investigation check. Why not?
Oh, come on, man. 8.
So you're looking specifically for religious iconography in here?
Yes, I am.
I mean...
Actually, I would have seen if I could open the door for them.
Yeah,
first.
I knock again to see if he's turned out of life form yet.
The door is... but I'd just like to say as well that there are still lights on in here. So that occurs to you. There aren't people directly in here, but the light is on in here. And as you go to the door, it is locked.
Is there like a key on a hook by the door?
Not with that investigation check, there isn't.
Damn it.
But you do see something that looks a little bit like religious iconography. Maybe the way the stone has been sort of carved. It looks maybe like the Star of Deriland. I don't know.
Okay. I go up to the door, I whisper it. Egos, it's locked.
Well, bloody done. I don't mean to be impolite, but I could have told you that.
Can you...
You have a lockpick, yeah? No, he's getting there. He's just enjoying the moment.
I knock a third time and get out my lockpick.
Yeah, sure. It would be your dexterity modifier there, plus 4, I believe.
Dexterity modifier.
It
is plus 4, which I need. That's a 7.
No. So plus 4
sorry.
and your dexterity modifier, so plus 8 total.
Oh, well, not
So
much
11.
better. 11.
11. I mean, it will take you a while, but you reckon you can do this.
Okay.
How's it going?
It's not a particularly difficult lock.
How's it going?
It seems not to be
I
a
like every
particularly
shot, like,
difficult lock.
How's it going? Is it going?
Much as before.
Are you done yet?
No.
Can you open it yet?
It would.
How about now?
It would go a lot smoother if I wasn't being questioned. It's
Am I questioning you?
nerve-wracking enough.
Okay. About two minutes later, you manage to open the door,
Good.
and it
God.
swings inwards.
Quietly.
No.
Ah.
There's a... as it swings its way into the room.
Can I hide?
Do we have to? Yeah. Do we have to re-roll?
Yeah,
stuff?
roll stealth checks. You've still
Still
got
got
pass
pass
without
without
chase,
trace.
because that lasts for 10 minutes.
Nice. 32.
23.
32, 23,
Non-natural
20,
37.
37. Woo!
Rogues.
Dem some high numbers. Yeah, you're fine.
Ranger.
You catch the door as it begins to creak and very quietly close it behind you, feeling out the imperfections in the hinge. And then ahead of you is... It looks like a town hall. It's got a small stage at the front. It's got pews. It's pretty utilitarian. There doesn't seem to be much iconography in here whatsoever. You're not rumbled, as it were.
Is there a gift shop?
No,
To that purchase?
no.
Gift?
There is definitely not a gift shop. No.
Take 4.
Look, usually I yes and in this situation, but the way I've set this village up, there would not be a gift shop.
I kind of remember why we're here.
Sorry, Catherine.
Not Catherine, you should apologise.
Oh, sorry, Dottie.
She wanted to take home something to a loved one to prove I've indeed been to this. Now I'll just have to take home a shit.
Floating tavern.
Floating tavern.
I do remember why we're here actually, which is great. But I don't really know why we're here, if that makes sense. Like, what are we actually trying to do here? What are we trying
That's
to...
down to Digby.
I don't know, something's not sitting right with me, and I fear that the cult may have more influence here than they're letting on.
Can I
You
make
say
an
the lights are on,
investigation
is there
check around the room?
Absolutely, you can.
Is
Yeah.
there another door or something?
Make an investigation check as well.
Modified 20, yeah.
17.
Right. Yes, there are. You find the two doors either side of the stage, opening them very carefully with your stealth check of 37. One of them leads to a small kitchen, and one of them leads to just another function room off to the side. It's much smaller than the first one. What you don't see, but Denise does see, is the trapdoor in the stage as well.
Amazing. Guys.
What did you find?
It's a trapdoor. Can I... I'm gonna...
You're going to jump on it?
Yep.
Okay, you jump on the trapdoor. It makes an incredible hollow thumping as you land on it.
Huh.
Maybe we should open it quietly.
Okay, yes, I will do that. Shall we do that?
Yes.
What did you get?
What am I rolling? Sorry.
You just
Oh,
rolled.
stealth.
Oh, stealth. With 25.
25. So you open up the trapdoor, and it opens out into a staircase leading down below the hall. And you get a sort of wet, briny smell coming up from the below.
Good find.
I am a bit distracted because I saw a kitchen.
Sure. What are you...
Nice kitchen.
I mean, it's not a super nice kitchen. It's clean, but it's not well stocked.
Can I hear any people? Either from the other rooms or from the...
From down below, roll a perception check.
I roll it again. It's 10.
10. Not right now, no.
I think we should go down here. This looks ominous and probably promising for some adventure.
Let's go.
As
Oh my.
up for adventure as I am, oh sod it, I'm going to have to go first, aren't I?
Yep.
The scout takes his position at the front.
Do we all roll?
You pad your I'm going to let you keep the stealth
Cool.
checks. You pad your way down the stairs, and it opens out into a short corridor. Off to the left, there is another door. Off to the right, the corridor continues on and opens out into a larger space. There's no door there. So through this open plan portal, you can see that there is a cage in that space. And there are people or bodies in the cage. Yeah. Everyone else is still on the stairs just behind you because you've just got off the bottom step and seeing this corridor.
I turn back and relay very quietly. There seems to be some sort of cage at the bottom of this stairway with bodies.
Do you want to?
Microphones.
Do you want to approach that or go for? Do you want me to approach that?
That would be preferred.
I'll take the lead then.
Excellent.
Do you want to come with?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Sure. Why don't we all just go at the same time?
Okay, so Denise and the tweed-wearing cat person Tabaxi, take the lead and creep towards this cage. As you pass through the portal, the open plan portal, you can see that this cage is quite large and is housing maybe a score of people. The reason that I said bodies before is they all appear to be asleep right now. There is a
Are you drunk?
the smell is pretty bad, to the extent where you feel like they've maybe been kept in here a long time, and there is that sort of restful sound of several people breathing in sleep at once, a couple of snores from here and there.
Is it one big cage or lots of...
One big cage.
Okay.
Lavender spray. Deadly spray. It won't come up because it's soporific, but
Oh, wow.
the smell is quite bad.
Okay, well, one of them rolled a natural 20 on their perception checks.
Oh, God.
Actually, they do wake up, and as you're watching, a
I
woman.
was ever so stealthy.
I'm not denying that. I'm just trying to find. Oh, there it is. So she wakes up. Her eyes sort of very hazily, sort of groggily open, and she looks up at you. And she starts, but she stays quiet. She's like, "Who are you? I don't know you. Who are you?
Who are you?
My name is Isolde."
What?
Isolde. As in Tristan and Isolde for the yeah.
Tristram?
Isolde.
Someone mentioned Tristram. Is he all right?
No. Tristan.
Oh,
It's an opera.
I know.
I know.
I was worried about Tristram. He's my lead.
Your face.
He's my lead orphan back at the tavern. When I die, it all goes to him.
How old is Dottie again?
You never ask a lady.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean... yeah.
I've said about 20 different ages.
Scattershot. Yeah. She's still sort of lying down, half rising with her arms sort of pushed off.
Why are you in here?
Because we... brings herself up to stand on the bars of the cage. Goes, my husband... He was called.
What do you mean called?
5 years ago, the calamity... He went over to their side.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, crumbs.
And I was not called. And I disagree with some of the things he's been doing.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Who is your husband?
Egan,
Your husband is the mayor of this town.
yes.
I think our plan of getting a boat might have to be swapped.
Is everyone here because of that same reason?
Yes, some of us are quite sick. If you can get us help, that would be much appreciated.
I mean,
I can...
They feed us something.
Oh no.
They feed us,
Pies?
yeah, and the ore infuses through them, and they're trying to force us to be called. Can I get another wisdom check?
No wonder I was ruddy sick all night.
Okay, you're fine.
5.
You need to pass one more to be fully fine.
Crumbs.
Yes.
I don't want to be a mutant.
We need to get these
I want
people
to be a dragon.
Okay. So we need to get you out of
I
here.
want to be a pie.
Well, I
Oh, gravy.
I don't want to be a pie.
don't like gravy.
But then I would have to be eaten by my custom.
It's true. She would never get to set up the great floating tavern.
These are all the big questions we should be asking ourselves.
Yes. So anyway, Isolde looks back at you and goes, that would be ideal, yes, but that will immediately alert... Have you...
I
How
haven't
is my
really
husband?
formulated a plan. I'm kind of talking at you with.
What
we
is
can do this
what is
together.
the situation? Have you...
We are
Where
part
is my
of-
husband?
In his home, apparently.
Right, so you haven't...
Interacted with him at all.
Good, fine. In which case we'll have to stay here until you can get him round, I think.
Get him round.
I don't know. If you break us all out, then I'm worried he'll get angry. He's quite powerful.
Well, I think...
But before we delve into all of this, Aircos, by the way.
Through the
Through the
bars. Isolde.
Pleasure. I'm rather nifty from time to time, and without really listening to what you were just discussing, your door seems to be open.
And so it is. The gate to the cage is just swinging loose, knocking against the leg of a man who's sleeping.
For anyone following the numbers, it was a nat 20 on trying to pick the lock. So,
Plus 10.
plus, yeah.
It's a stealthy boy.
Yeah.
No. That
was
his
on the. So that's
pick.
plus
So,
4
that,
and
so it
4
would be
is
28. Yeah.
Eight. No.
Out of hand.
That would have been a better way of doing it, but no.
I don't know what to do.
I suggest...
Maybe start getting out of the cage first.
My husband was given abilities when he was called. As the leader of our town, he was raised to a certain...
Standard?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we can try and deal with that.
If I might ask our druids, how's your medicine knowledge of...
My
of
medicine is exceptional.
Excellent.
Mine is okay.
Plus 7.
Wow,
Plus-
that is exceptional.
Plus 5.
Can we maybe try and help in situ
I can
as best we can?
heal a few people. Who's your most sick?
So, Teddy over here, and she turns him and like very gently waking him, but turns
Teddy.
him, and you can see that his face have started to grow sort of black tufts of hair, as he's beginning the transformation that would create him into a group, make him into a group.
Can I
Which
make-
are these horrendous dog-type creatures which they had to fight very early on
One of them
in the
bit
story.
me. It was a bad dog.
It was a bad dog.
I would like to
Do I get
some
the
healing.
sense? Yeah. Do I get the sense that this might actually be too far gone?
Roll a medicine check. And you, for a separate thing, roll a medicine check.
It's not good.
14. You don't quite know. You are aware that these things can be reversed, but the research hasn't been done yet by the
Just
rebellion.
Dab some random herbs on his face and hope it helps.
And he sort of looks up at you and goes, "Thank you."
There,
He
there.
fully believes that you've helped him.
I'm doing my best.
10.
10. You can't tell. There's not been enough research gone into this. Yeah, like, maybe he's too far gone. You're aware that there are some orcs in town who believe that it can be reversed, and you remember that actually a few days ago there was an angel in town, a sort of lower angel, who believes that an Asimar who believes that things could be reversed, and was sent by her god to fix things, but that seems to take a lot more time than you as a druid can do right now.
Yes. I don't know how much this will help or hold off the effects, but I will cast Lesser Restoration.
Yep, sure. And as your kitten sort of belches its furball out onto these patches, he tries not to look disturbed, but he does honestly thank you. Isolde goes, "He seems to be the one that has taken to the ore the most. The rest of us are just ill, not very well. Variously sick and..."
Can I cast Goodberry? Pass out the berries.
Yes, you can. Can you narrate that for us?
Here, I've heard that a berry can do some good. And then, like, out of my hand grows a tiny little vine, and then the vine sprouts some berries, and then the vine kind of drops, and the berries just drop.
Cool.
Go at it.
Isolde takes one. How many does it let you create? I think it's...
10.
Is it 10?
It
So
does
one
say.
I'm going to believe these two. So one cast of the spell will get you 10 berries. So for the audience, these magically, one of these berries is the sustenance. One of these magic berries is the sustenance for the entire day that you'd need.
I've literally never used this spell before. It was this powerful.
Yeah,
They
it's
also
pretty
heal
good.
1 hit point.
There you are. It's pretty good.
Just what?
It heals 1 hit point.
That's okay.
I mean, they're commoners. They have 10 hit points, so.
Oh, I give them back 1/10 of their life.
Okay.
You're welcome.
As Isolde is passing the rest of the berries out, you've only given 10, yes?
How many commoners are there?
I said there were 20 odd
Score.
people in here, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Pick your most sick and
Okay.
divide.
Because everyone should be equal, so I can cast it again.
It's up to
Or
you.
do that.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so
I hope I don't get into combat that needs spells. Or I have not very much to do.
you have sustained and you can see the commoners begin to look a little bit better. Their cheeks glow red as the good berry magic pours through their bodies. They're not like you haven't saved the day, but you've given them hope, definitely.
I think you should leave, because if we fail, then he's still going to be here, and if we win, then you
Where
should
do
be
we
free
go?
anyway. Good question. I'm not very sure about places around here, mainly because I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Isolde.
Isolde, I'm so sorry. I can't really remember places around here very well, but anywhere that seems like it's not here probably sounds like the best idea.
Follow the river. You'll hit a farm. From there, head west. You'll hit a town.
Roll a history check.
Oh. Yeah. 11.
Okay, so you want the reverse directions.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're doing the directions for how you came.
Came here. Head along the river, hit the farm, head east.
Okay.
Go up the valley, you'll hit the mountain's edge. There's a town.
Okay.
Do you,
Fine.
do you want me to write that down? I find I forget these things all the time, and then I write all of that down and take a page out and
That's
live.
very kind of you. I think people will look to me just because of who my husband is, but I don't feel like I can lead 20 people through the wilderness.
Why don't you be the leader now?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure I can do that.
You can. I'm very lost
We'd
as to
be-
why you're having
There's
trouble.
20 of us. We'd be spotted before we even get out of the town.
I can help with that.
We can get you out of town.
Okay. Fine. How?
We're quite...
Oh,
Good magic, not bad magic, not magic.
Good,
that
right,
does bad
okay.
things, like your husband.
one of you roll a
Magic.
persuasion. One of you roll persuasion with advantage.
Yep, you.
Yay! Nat 20!
Okay. You look. As you talking about the magic, you look in, you look in her eyes and you can see that she's resolved. Something has clicked and suddenly she's like, what on earth am I doing? Why am I doubting this? These people have literally come out of nowhere and opened our cage. Yeah, we should definitely leave. so
Dinner and a show.
there you are. Cheers. Fine. Lead the way then. And she starts getting everything.
around a trace, or shall I?
I don't mind. I can do it. I'll do it again.
Okay.
Poof.
So
Hair.
you
Not
read-
in the hair. Book. In the book.
Yeah, you
Reads.
read the incantation,
Yeah.
and nothing else quite seems to happen, and everybody looks a little bit like, oh,
Magic.
we'll believe you. Right, let's see.
God.
I mean, the lowest I've got is an 18 with the pass without chase. So not bad. Some of them are very stealthy indeed, with a 27, in fact.
Fleeing for their lives, they're probably really good.
Lead the way then.
Let's go.
I can't remember.
I will lead the way to the edge of town, through the woods to the river.
Okay, all the way out.
Oh
yeah?
God,
How long
are we
will that
going
take?
all the way?
That'll take
We
you.
have
That'll
abandoned
take.
the ship plan wholeheartedly.
You have. That'll take you about 10 minutes to get all the way out of town.
All the way out of town, and then I can point them in the right direction towards the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So they begin to. So the tabaxi begins to ferry out these people from the cage. Go on.
Are you sure there's not some way we can get a little ship?
We're gonna come back. We're coming back, right?
We are coming
Okay,
back.
we're coming back.
Eccles, what are you doing in all of this?
I had been rummaging to see if there was anything without the cage that may have been considered possessions or tools or...
All you can find is a bunch of plates with obviously like detritus on them from pies, and some buckets for the necessaries. I don't need to go into narrating those.
Right.
It's the worst tavern I've ever seen.
So...
I mean, you're not in the tavern right now.
That's why it's the worst one.
There'd have been a moment where he may have remembered how good his fish pie from last night was. He went to try some, then overheard what it was and put it back down. But other than that, not a lot.
Sure.
Are there any other passageways or doorways in this area?
Yeah, so if you remember, when you first came down the stairs, there was one more door to your left, so...
While on the way out, could I just have a quick peek?
Absolutely.
Oh no.
You open the door, and this room is...
Can I, before... can I see
Wow,
that he
what a
goes...
cliffhanger. Yeah, go on.
Can I passively percept that he goes for the door and get my bow and arrow ready?
Absolutely, yeah.
Thanks.
Same.
Okay, what's going on?
This room is a workshop of sorts. It glows green, and you can see there are pestles and mortars and various alchemy kits where there are samples of ore here, which have been ground down into like a pepper and used to spice food.
Oh, lovely. What kind of spices are there in
Close
there?
that door.
Do you want to try some?
Can I look at it first?
Yeah, well, it is how I described it there. It appears to be ground down ore.
I'm gonna
No.
put my finger in that.
No.
Is it
Dot
cinnamon?
it. Dot it. No.
It's ground up ore.
That'll give you the fluffy cheese.
You know why you were
Sick.
sick
What?
earlier when you were sick?
Don't do that.
No.
Oh dear.
Roll a nature check.
Why do I get myself in? Oh, I'm fine. 17.
17.
I think you're fine.
This is definitely rock. As you smell it, there's a sort of acrid buzz to your nose, and you feel like you need to sneeze.
And I sneeze it off my finger conveniently, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
There is no ill effect.
Yet!
All right. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
We did just kind
Sneezy
of.
McGee.
Last one.
Oh no.
That's 2 passes, 1 failure now.
However, that is plus 10.
Yeah, it's 2 passes, 1 failure. It was an 11 if you're interested.
I don't feel so. The cinnamon. I was mistrusted by the spice. I love the
We've kind of there are people out there that we've kind of just left. We said we'd help them, and now I mean, we
Sorry, I was tempted.
Shall we,
Well, on with bloodily stagger.
in the interest of time, because we've got Pass Without Trace, and this isn't, shall we just say that you
Shift them out.
ferry the? Do all 4 of you help?
yeah.
So you go back. You go back out the temple town hall thing, and ferry these 20 people out of town and send them off east towards Homewood. It will take them, of course, a good sort of 8 to 9 hours to reach Homewood from here on foot. Hopefully, there's no horrible things in the dark that they meet.
That'll be fine.
It being night. But there we are.
Yeah.
Man, I just came here to have a nice time. And now you're telling me I'm shipping 20 people off to be ripped apart by eldritch wolves.
There's no choices without consequences.
Fair.
Ooh.
I'm not a video game. So, as you look back on Delmuth, out to the west, and indeed that green light coming from the sea, what next, gang?
We're going to deal with the mayor, right?
We'd better go for that boat.
A boat?
Or are we just going to leave the mayor and go for the boat?
I can't imagine
I'm
the
gonna
mayor is
ask-
going to be
I'm
overly...
gonna ask a very, very serious question.
Oh dear.
Do any of us know how to pilot a boat?
I can have a look through my memories.
I'm gonna give it.
Roll a history check.
I'm gonna give it a good old try.
Please.
14?
There was a whole section here where you used to live on the coast.
Wow,
Can I roll
I love
survival?
figuring out about me.
Yeah, no, you used to live south of here, and you used to go out rowing, but it was nothing that. It was not a ship. It was not a ship or
Okay.
anything. But you'll be more handy on the ocean apparently with these. Now you found these
Yeah,
notes.
Survival, right?
Thanks for making that backstory familiar.
I actually really like this character.
Can I roll survival to see how I might get on with...
Me also, even though I literally thought our boat was a drowning animal 2 games ago.
I'm gonna say. Come on.
15.
15. You sort of probably know the basics. You're probably on a similar level as,
Yeah.
except that you don't have to read through a book to remember it every 5 seconds. As Denise. Denise is
That's my name.
I think.
I'm going to stand by my statement of cats don't like water, so...
So what's the plan?
But that's why we're not in the water. We're on the water.
We're on a lovely moving tavern.
We're
Bobbing
going to
along
be
at the
on
top.
on a dry thing
I
in
mean,
the water.
currently you're in a slight rise in a valley looking down over the village.
But so boat, mayor, boat, and
I really don't think an interaction
Maybe
with the mayor
the
is
mayor
going to be
lives
well
on the
received,
boat. Does the mayor live
irrespective
on
of
the
when
boat?
we do it.
does the mayor live on the boat?
Ah, boat.
You never found out where the boat,
That's
where the
true.
mayor lived.
Okay,
to be
so
fair.
the boat then, right?
I think, honestly, part of me is just wanting to run the risk and just go for the boat.
Okay.
Ah, boat.
Okay. So, time-wise, Pass Without Trace will have faded by now. So if you want to stealth your way back towards the boat, the small ship, to be clear, which 4 of you are going to try and pilot on yourselves.
I'm very
I, for the sake of stealth, will burn a 3rd level spell slot to cast Path Without Trace.
Okay, everyone roll their stealth checks and you still get your plus 10. Do you want to narrate to us your Pass Without Trace? Because we haven't seen it.
The ball of yarn is pulled out of my pocket, it's thrown up into the air, and the black astral cat catches it, bounces from person to person playfully, and everyone is a little bit more quiet.
knitting.
What did we get, everyone?
26.
26.
23.
24.
14. And 24 is low for you as well. What was that as a
I
natural?
rolled a 4.
Dear.
So, just to be clear, the lowest you could get with Pass Without Trace is 21.
On a crit fail, I'm pretty good.
Okay. What did you get, Reese?
23.
23. So, Dottie is still...
Knitting.
I was going to say you're still making noises about your stomach and the fish pie from earlier.
Oh, crumbs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
As you pick your
What
way...
was that? Oh.
As you pick your way through the houses and the alleyways of this pretty sleepy town, the tavern is now quiet and there doesn't seem to be anyone around. Most people seem to be in their beds. It's not hard to go unnoticed and slip down to the harbour, find your way up onto the ship, and begin to untie it from the quay.
Oh,
And
maybe
as-
we should have investigated the boat before untying it.
Nope. Blindly follow.
And as the players make preparations to follow the cult out to their island on their own, that is where we're going to have to leave this hour of Adventurers Wanted. So,
Oh, crumbs.
thank you very much for coming. If you did enjoy the show, please do spread the word about it on the social medias and on Facebook. Everywhere except Twitter, we're Adventurers Wanted on social media. On Twitter, we're Adventurers250, which is where Naomi and Nemo have been live tweeting the entire thing. Of course, there are still 37 hours left to go. So please do come back and join us, see where the plot goes. And look, it's Digby. See where the plot goes. I don't know whether there are still player tickets available. I feel like we may have sold out for the rest of the run now. But
someone on Twitch mentioned they couldn't get hold of it.
yeah.
Wow.
But double check maybe at the Sweet Box office, but I don't particularly know. But yes, do follow us on the social medias. Come back, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch if to keep up with the story. We also have a Patreon and a donate button on our website. If you really would like to support us, that'd be great. We do this every month in London, as well as running free play events to try and bring the hobby to a wider audience. Just before we say goodbye, I'd like to hand over to our players to give them a quick opportunity to plug something that they've seen at the show, or maybe plug something from their real life, or in the case of Reese, be flippant. So, Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I am involved in a show at the Fringe. It's called My Left Right Foot the Musical, but we've been doing very, very well. We've just received a Fringe first and we're sold out for the run. So we're hoping for future life. Come and catch us then. I'd like to use my opportunity to plug, if I may, for a wonderful show I saw. It's called Dangerous Giant Animals. They're playing Cowgate, Udderbelly Cowgate. It's a one-woman show, produced, written, performed by a very good friend of mine from Central School of Speech and Drama. It's about growing up with a disabled sibling and what that means to her, the family, everything. It's a wonderful piece of work. Go and see it.
Cool. Catherine?
Every day at midday.
I am also a performance poet, if that's something that you're interested in. I live in Edinburgh 12 months of the year. So
What?
People
I
live
know,
here?
it actually exists outside of August. Wild. So go to Facebook and go to Catherine Wilson Poetry. I am super, super close to 500 likes. So
Nice.
do the thing and make my algorithms happy.
Reese.
Take
Oh
that,
my
Zuckerberg.
I'm going to plug Anna because I've been stealing her jokes all morning.
Thanks, mate. I needed that.
Okay, Anna, what's your plug?
What did I see yesterday? What was the show called?
Demi Lardner, I Love Skeletons.
That show, Demi Lardner, I Love Skeletons. Brilliant female comedian, and yeah, she's amazing, and a ball of energy that keeps going, and you're not bored once. Go see the show. It's when was it? 8?
It's 8:05 at George Square Studios.
8:05 at George Square Studios.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Right, so all that remains for me to do is ask for a round of applause for our wonderful players on the stage. Well done. And we hope to see you again. Thank you very much.